Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me again, your friend Paladin Pedro. And today I got a story for you guys, and as you can tell from the title, it seems pretty wild. I mean, 100% no hyperpool, no clickbait. I didn't get lost in another county or another state. I got lost in another country. So let's get into it. For context, I took a trip to Europe last summer, which was about 2.5 weeks long. I went with three of my friends. It was a really fun time, a real enriching experience, if you will. Anyway, so one of the stops on the journey was in Prague, which is in the Czech Republic. For those of you that don't know about Prague, I mean, I really don't blame you, even though it is a decently well-known city. It is a city well known for its bar scene, its club scene, its party scene. And you know me, I'm a soak, so if you get alcohol around me, I'm gonna be a fucking puddle. It's a given. Like, it's gonna be like you're gonna see a rock bottom hit. if that's a good way to describe it. So we arrived in Prague. We took a bus. It was really shitty. I mean, I recommend never taking a bus again if you're ever in Europe. And we arrive in Prague. We get to our Airbnb, and it's a rat hole. It's a shithole place. Like, we open the door, and like the place looks like a fucking crack den. I'm like, all right, I'm in my element. Let's get to work. So we get our things set up and everything, and we walk around the city, see the sights, basic tourist stuff. And night rolls around, and my buddy LJ, he says, "You know what? We're in Prague. We should do a pub crawl. You know what a pub crawl is. Go bar to bar, drink until you can barely stand." So I'm like, we for some reason we didn't want to go at first. I can't remember why. This might have been our last night in Prague or whatever. I think we had to be somewhere in the morning. And, we eventually say, fuck it, let's go. So we go on this pub crawl, and before we go, we wanted a pregame for the pub crawl, so we went to a bar that was, like, near our Airbnb. So we go in and order some drinks, and, LG tells me, "Hey, you're in Prague, you gotta order some absinthe." And for context, absinthe is probably one of the most strong alcohols I've ever fucking had. It tastes like fucking jet fuel. Like, it legitly, I think it like just it gave me a punch right to my liver. Like, it hurt. I went, ooh. So I order up a shot of absinthe. I said, fuck it, give me a rum and coke, dude. Come on, rum and coke. And LJ gets 2 shots of absinthe. I think like maybe 3 actually. I don't know. The man's a maniac. So I take a shot of this stuff. My mouth instantly got tight. I was like, oh. Like, it felt like it felt like I just drank gasoline, honestly. That shit was, like, painful. And for any of you chads in the comment section saying, I drink abstinence all the time, it's nothing, you're just a pussy, good for you. So, we pregame a bit, and we go to this bar, and it's called, like, the Drunken Munkey or something. Like, it's ridiculous, I know. And we're standing outside, and there's a line, the line pushes up, and we get in. And let me tell you, this bar was shady. Like, this was one of the most disgusting bars I ever been in, and I'm not even joking. I instantly walked in, and my feet were stuck to the floor. And, like, you've been on a sticky floor before. You can lift your feet up. It took effort to lift my feet up off this floor. Like, it was so fucking sticky. I want to know, like, this couldn't have just been, like, alcohol and soda mixed together, poured on the floor from like drunks and shit. It felt like they like put like liquid gum on the floor. I couldn't understand. Like, it was like I was gorilla glued to the floor. So the rules of this pub crawl are: at the first place, the Drunken Munkey, it's 1 hour of free drinks, whatever they're offering, and they're offering just like this shitty beer, and like, but they're offering shots, like shots of absinthe, shots of vodka and Red Bull. And this is making my liver sweat a little bit. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm like, oh no, I'm definitely gonna go in that place tonight, ain't I? So I grab a beer to start off, just chilling a bit. And then I have another one. And then, like, I'm just trying to drink as much as I can to get my money's worth for paying for this pub crawl. And they have a tray of vodka Red Bull shots. I think this is where I went downhill. So I just took a shot, and I kept taking shots. I went up to one of my friends that was on the trip, Andrew, and he's he's a soak as well. And we go up and we grab like 5 at a time and just start pounding these fucking things. And I don't want to overhype it. They were not extremely strong, but it's still like, I'd say half a shot of vodka, half a shot of Red Bull. You know, it's like they're not extremely strong, but I'm still drinking a multitude of them. So I drank about, at the Drunken Munkey, I drank about 23 of those. Well, that sounds bad just saying. And I had like, I don't know how many beers, like a good amount of them and some other shots. I think I might have took some abstinence or something because, you know, why not? And we're crawling to the next place, you know. I'm not gonna say we're even walking. It's a pub crawl, so you know we're just doing the crawl, all of us. So we're in a big group, and you know when you're in a big drunken group, nobody can hear each other or understand each other. It's just a bunch of banter, just and eventually I'm starting to feel really fucking. I'm just fucked up. Like I'm like, wow, this is the first stop on the pub crawl, and I'm already swaying. And I start sweating like badly. I'm like, oh no, it's coming. So as we're walking on the street to the next place, I tip my head into a trash can and begin vomiting everywhere. And nobody notices that I'm puking, so it's like a scene in a movie of what happened. Like I'm puking, I look up, they're farther away. I'm like, guys, like I'm yelling to them, but in between, but like I'm puking too. I'm like, guys, guys, and every time I look up, they're farther and farther away until they were gone. I'm like, oh no, I don't know where I am. I am hammered. So I begin, after I finish puking, I begin walking around. I'm like, I am lost. I don't know where I am. I don't know what to do. So, you know, naturally I do what any soak would do. I go to the nearest bar. At this bar, I met a group of British fellas. I'd say they were about 18, 19. Definitely not in their 20s or anything. And so I incorporated myself into their group. I came up to them. I don't know what I said to them, but they accepted me. But they did call me a twat a few times. Nonce, for those of you that don't know what the British slang term nonce is, that's a sex offender. So yeah, you know, I got some hazing, but you know, I was incorporated into the group. So you know, me and these guys go bar hopping. I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. Come on, man. So I completely abandoned my mission of continuing this pub crawl. You know, I gone rogue at this point. I'm just a lone wolf with well, not a lone wolf. I got my pack, so I was in my wolf pack with these British guys. So we went to a few bars. I eventually got bored of these guys, I guess, because I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm leaving these fucking nonsense behind. You know what I'm saying? So I go walking around. I start my new mission of trying to find my way back to our Airbnb. And I'm asking everybody I see, I'm like, can you tell me where I am? Just ignoring me or telling me to fuck off or whatever. Not very friendly people walking around, you see. I went up to this one lady in a like, she was sitting outside. I went up to her and just asked her some directions. Her fucking boyfriend came up to me. She's like, hey, bro, she got a boyfriend. I'm like, okay, good for her. Can you tell me how the fuck to get out of here? So this guy scurries me away. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, so I'm walking around. I'm completely lost. I'm scared. Like I'm not sobering up. Somehow I'm not sobering up even the slightest. I think I'm getting more drunk as I walk. And I eventually start to recognize my surroundings. I'm like, holy shit. This looks familiar. And I continue down the path and I realize I'm so close to the fucking apartment. But I don't know exactly where it is. I check because you know, you may be asking, why didn't you just call your friends? I think I had like no service. Oh, no, it's because I didn't buy a phone plan when I was in Europe because, you know, I'm cheap. I wanted to save money. But I eventually found Wi-Fi at some fucking place. I don't know where. My phone was at 2%. So, you know, this is like urgent. This is an SOS call. And I call Andrew and I say, Andrew, I'm fucking lost. Help, please. And he's like, wait a minute. He looked down the street. There I was on the phone, you know, just help, please. So he comes up to me, like he's like, stay where you are. I see you. He comes up to me. I fucking hugged him. I'm like, Andrew, thank God you're here. And I'm like, where's LJ? And the other guy on the trip his name was Matt. I'm like, where's LJ and Matt? I look back. There's Matt carrying LJ like not carrying him, but like shoulder strung over LJ. LJ's like nearly passed out. I'm like, holy fuck, he got it worse than I did. So they bring his fucking corpse into the fucking apartment. I get up there, I'm like, oh, thank God I'm finally back. I'm safe. And LJ's poor soul, he's like, he's just mumbling me. He's like, I don't feel so good. I think he went in the bathroom and just hurled, like, violently. So I go to bed, everything, just, it has been a long day, so I'm taking I'm catching some winks. I wake up in the morning, and it doesn't end. The fucking mayhem doesn't end. I look at my shoe from last night. There was a human shit on my shoe. Like, there's, like, smeared all over it. Human shit. I know human shit. I mean, that sounds weird saying, but you know what I mean. Like, you could tell the difference. And it just smeared all over my shoe. I'm like, did somebody shit on the fucking street? Or did somebody, like, squat down when I was not looking and just shit on my shoes? And also, I was so drunk, apparently, I pissed the fucking bed. I woke up in my own piss with shit covered on my shoes. And I actually have a little clip from that morning that I'm going to put in right now of LJ, the aftermath of his little excursion, because, he got it worse than I did somehow.
I puked so much last night. I lost my fucking voice.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you watched till the very end, give yourself a pat on the back. I would do it myself for you, but it's currently illegal for me to leave my house, and that's not because of the quarantine. Also, if you really, really enjoyed the video, smack a like on it. Likes help grow my channel, and the more we pump into there, the bigger my channel will get. And also, subscribe for more content. I messed my script up there. I'm trying to do the generic YouTube outro everyone does. But seriously though, subscribe for more content if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to be posting weekly, and at least one video a week, sometimes more, who knows. And lastly, most importantly, leave a comment down below. I will reply to every comment. I just enjoy interacting with those that watch my videos. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!